And let me just take a brief go through some of the problems. So this is what this was all based on, this excellent work here. I was able to step through and put things together and figure out where the errors were and solve them between this article and this information here. So just a couple things to point out. If you are on some distributions, you might get a message about some headers missing. If you do, and they're the Berkeley DB headers, that's how you install them. Let's see. Oh yeah, so most of these things I actually already covered in the script. These are just errors mostly that I encountered while I was creating the script and realizing like, oh, okay, this isn't installed, that's not installed, this isn't installed, that's not installed. So these are a bunch of errors. If you're looking at other tutorials, you might end up actually on this page because these are the kind of things that you run into. This one's pretty important. So sometimes if you hard kill the node, you'll get some error about the caches needing to be, well, not loading, and basically you just delete them as described here and here. The biggest problem if the process is killed is that it's out of disk space or out of memory, so you either need more swap or more disk storage. If you get the ZMQ connection delay over and over and over again, that's probably because ZMQ didn't actually compile in, and you can find out whether or not it did by grepping like that. And then this is wrong because we're using opt-pay, but the prefix was kind of the magic that for me made sure that I didn't have any conflicts or anything. So yeah, if you have got any questions, feel free to open up a pull request. I don't think I'm gonna, well, okay, I'll go ahead. So the Insight API, I'll touch on the Insight API as well. So I also did this video for the Insight API installer. I don't really want to do a whole nother screencast just for that. So I'll just go through its script real quick. This one was much simpler. So there's a specific version of Node that we have installed so that we know that it's a working version. You might want to change that to the latest, but I mean, this is a known working version of Node. That's why it's in there. Some of the path variables need to be set to the opt-pay because Node is actually going to use the system compiler. So even if you don't want to use even if you want to use our quick and easy script to install Dash Insights, and Dash Insights is all you want, you actually still need to compile -d using the method that we've shown so that the two are in sync, because it's going to try to get those headers and those libraries as it's doing the native compiling for the Node module. So let's see here. Yeah, still setting a bunch of those flags so that they're all pointing in the right location. Again, using too many, I mean, like this is ugly to read because it's got so many environment variables, but that's to make it so that if you want to modify this script for, you know, some other coin, you could do so pretty easily. Just trying to be a little more open source friendly, I guess. Again, create swap space just because it's doing some compiling, it might need it. And it installs this Node Bitcore, and then it installs the Insight API, the Dash flavor, because it's a fork of the Insight API for Bitcoin, and then the Insight UI, the Dash flavor, because it's a fork of the one for Bitcoin. Makes it runnable, and then in the system service, all of these paths are explicitly referenced, so it gives like the full path to Node. And if you want to do anything in this system, you need to do, like if you want to npm install or npm update, you actually have to do opt-pay bin node space opt-pay bin npm space install space blah. So that's important to note because we don't want to conflict with a potential system version of Node or system version of npm that you have installed. So everything is installed very cleanly into opt-pay. All right, well then, there you are. I hope that that was educational. I hope that whether you're exploring Dash or one of the others, if you've come across this, that it's been helpful for you. It's helped you solve your problems and get things together. May you have a wonderful day, and may as well, good night.